What's good, everybody? So today we are going to be discussing the failure that is Duet Night Abyss and why games like Warframe will always succeed while their competition will fail, and why Warframe has been able to stand the test of time, and why this game seems to be making mistake after mistake after mistake. We have this video right here by Sabuchi. It is 8 minutes, and we're going to take a look into why exactly the Warframe community just kind of gets it right. Let's go right into it. I'm live every single day on Twitch, Kick, wherever you like to watch streams. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Warframe is a game that is now going on 13 years strong. In a sea of live service titles that ebb and flow in a matter of months, a game living to the prime age of EDP 445 scouting is one hell of an accomplishment.
What's this?
Bro, 13 years is like, I think maybe longer than some of y'all have been alive at this point. Some of y'all were in diapers when Warframe was released. That is kind of crazy to think about. And a game doesn't survive that long without a very, very strong community and a very good developer response and good updates, especially for a live service games, right? Live service games weren't even like the peak of like gaming like 13 years ago, like we see it today with like Fortnite and everything becoming live service. So the fact they've stood the test of time definitely says a lot.
You fucking piece of shit.
It doesn't get there without its bumps, however. From 2019 to 2022, Warframe was in what I would call its dark era. A time of complacency, misdirection, and just flat-out poor business decisions. But what Warframe was able to do, unlike many of its contemporaries, was pull itself out of those crevices. New management, a new outlook on what needed tweaking and reworking over others, all while keeping a steady stream of new, shiny things to toy with. In the words of the late John Total Biscuit Bain, Warframe...
Oh, Total Biscuit, my go, R.I.P. a fucking legend, dude. I loved Total Biscuit. Oh, I miss Total Biscuit. he was great. He was such a great guy. Bro, like, it was because of people like him. It's because of people like Total Biscuit that actually really got me into gaming and watching like gaming related videos and content online. Yeah, like his takes on stuff is a huge reason why I got sucked into gaming content online. Oh my god.
is a castle, built on the ruins of another castle, built on the ruins of another castle. Duet Night Abyss is a game that I've covered somewhat recently on the channel, a Warframe-like anime gotcha, not gotcha game that I had some high hopes for. Boy, did that change.
I feel like I changed my mind. Duet Night Abyss would have been better as a gacha. Wait, maybe we were wrong the whole time and they would have been more successful. Maybe if they made more money by being a gacha, they would have made a better fucking game and would be incentivized to make it better. Oh, maybe we were wrong this whole time. Jeez.
Another big notch in Digital Extreme's belt has to be their developer.
That was a joke, by the way. I don't actually think it should have been a gacha. Okay, that's called a joke, my friends.
Transparency. They keep the community posted as stuff happens, as they should. DNA's Pan Studio, on the other hand, 2 data breaches over the course of 1 month, one of which installing malicious malware on target PCs, taking days to half respond, downplaying the severity, and giving a few gotcha polls as an oopsie sorry for compromising. No.
I think you are now downplaying how much they downplayed that whole thing. Sorry, can we just remind ourselves, this wasn't just a downplay and they half spoke about it. They saved the live stream, okay, to talk about the actual, like, attacks. They didn't even mention malware attacks, or they didn't address how they're going to fix security, apart from a post on Twitter. They saved it for the very end of the live stream, and they didn't even address it directly. They did. That's how much of a downplay it was. Let's not be silly. It wasn't just a downplay. It was a miss. It was a total miss.
In your whole system.
虽然有一点点这个跟热点的嫌疑啊，但其实我们做这个的初衷是希望大家不要因为误操作造成不必要的损失。我们做这个之前，这个热点还没出现呢。
You what? That very same week, an expert.
Yeah, guys, getting malware installed on your PC is just a hot topic of discussion. And we're not even going to address it. It's just a little bit of a silly hot topic. And we're not even going to tell you what we're going to do to make it better. We might make a tweet about it, right? We're gonna make a tweak about it. But no, instead you're just gonna have a second password on your account. So just in case something happens again, someone manages to install malware, maybe your account gets compromised, at least they will be able to delete your shit. Like, okay, great, thank you. That makes me feel so much safer. Duet Night Abyss devs.
Exploit was found in Warframe's chat servers. This allowed a third party to take control of Kickbot. In less than 15 minutes, the exploit was shut down, countermeasures for rogue invites were temporarily locked, and a full disclosure was made.
WDev response, quick, timely, reassures the community. Very quick, very timely. Exactly what you should do in a situation that's this, like, severe.
On all of their socials, letting Tenno know of the issue. On April 1st, 2026, a forum post claiming to have compromised information from Warframe's website was making its rounds. Within the hour of the news breaking, DE had a statement clarifying it was a false flag using a 2014 breach being touted as new. These two companies and how they handle their exploits in the aftermath clearly shows just who cares more about the well-being of their game and their community, treating you like a community, not just a consumer. The First Descendant is another game that I've put nearly 1,000 hours into.
I tried playing this because the characters looked kind of hot, but I quit after like 2 hours. I really thought this was going to be the game that would like give me that itch that Destiny gave me. I played Destiny 2 quite a bit. I liked it, and I'm so sad that game is now a piece of actual like trash garbage, but it just wasn't for me.
Multiples of every single weapon, catalyzing every piece of gear, partaking in seasonal challenge mode leaderboards, and every step of the way I felt like I was a consumer rather than part of the community.
Hold
the game
Sorry, wait, rewind. Wait!
And catalyzing every piece of gear, partaking in seasonal challenge mode leaderboards, and every step of the way I felt like I...
God, I love... Oh my god, this guy's called Bonapog. I can't, dude. I can't. This guy, bro, it's called Bonapog. I can't. Bro.
was a consumer rather than part of the community. The game moved more and more into a dress-up sim as substantial content was hit with delay after delay after delay. Balance went out the door as Team Magnum was more willing to buff the 20+ other Descendants over a year and a half rather than pulling back slightly on the dominant and disruptive 3. Again, resulting in delay and delay and delay and delay and delay.
It's okay, but you get booby skin so you could spend money and be happy so you could play around with it and not give you actual content.
$100 collab skins padded what should have been events, or fuck, an actual video game. Digital Extremes isn't afraid to stomp on a few throats for the health of the game. And if you genuinely believe that nerfing in a PvE game is bad, I pray to God that I never play a game that you made, because I know it's going to be abhorrent dog shit. Fashion, while a big part of Warframe, is never at the helm of the mainline updates, but as a supplemental to all of the other stuff we get.
I've never really found the way the frames look to be like appealing to me. Maybe I just need to play it and try and see. Like I've never really understood. It's not really my kind of vibe, but maybe I just need to like indulge myself and just get exposed to it. Maybe I just haven't seen the white ones. Oh my god, speech pedant 101, the right ones.
Bungie. I really don't have to say it. I don't like pulling up Steam charts, but Jesus Christ, I am never going back. Hey, at least we don't sunset things.
Oh, I quit Destiny because of sunsetting. I quit Destiny 2 because of sunsetting. As soon as they started to remove old content from the game and raids, that's literally when I stopped. It was like 5 years ago almost.
Except all of those other things that we did. But those things fucking sucked, so like you could argue that Warframe has had more time to discover that secret sauce. More time in the less competitive era of publishing a game online gave them more room to fuck up and learn from it. And that would be a somewhat reasonable assumption. That is, if other games didn't literally copy their homework word for word. Termination is extermination, hedge is void cascade, exploration is survival, relocation is hijack, so on and so forth. Having the recipe for a beef Wellington isn't going to do jack from shit if you don't have the skills to prepare it, maintain it, plate it, and let the...
I also thought the gameplay of Duet Night Abyss to be not that, like, interesting to me. I know maybe that's kind of the point of like mass clearing waves of enemies is supposed to be fun and satisfying, and I totally would get that, but I always felt kind of underwhelmed even with some of the characters of Duet Night Abyss, that it didn't feel like I was doing much. Yeah, Saturday spam skill. Like, even then, if I'm gonna do that, I want to feel powerful and cool, not just press like one button as like Lynn and everything dies around me. And I don't know, it just wasn't, to me, that just wasn't like satisfying.
Piggies like me consume it.
I'm a real gamer.
Again, see how Pan Studios handled their 2 data breaches over Digital Extremes. Again, look how Team Magnum handles their balance and their no-nerf mentality. How is that working for them? It's just so funny. They didn't even finish buffing all of the characters yet. It's been almost 2 years. Old Man Yowie woke wins. Okay, but sure, add Riven's to your power creep butt cheek simulator. One of the most overbloated resources and time-intensive cluster cucks that has graced Warframe. One of the most universally screeched-at systems in need of a rework. Just do that, beat for beat, but worse. Digital Extremes, having their previous community manager, Rebecca Ford, as their lead game director now, might have been the best decision the company could have made. Being in
Oh, no, oh, guys. Bad decision. In 2026, you're not allowed to add women into any kind of boards of games, because apparently that is DEI, and that is bad. Like, I swear to God, there are some people, as soon as they see a woman in a position in gaming, it's like, oh, wait, no, it's gonna be woke, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Like, we've actually got like woman derangement syndrome in gaming, when any woman in like in these games is just, people like, oh, they shudder. Like, oh, a woman, it's gonna be bad. It's kind of the whole Warframe community loves Reb. That's great. That's great that the Warframe community is actually not that kind of dumb.
Place of the end user for almost a decade, she knows most of the game's issues better than anyone else, as well as where to point her ear towards for the most important feedback. A game, especially a live service game, can ride or die based on a quick decision. Who to listen to, how to reach a middle—
Oh no, 100%. Like, I was making a statement of like a lot of people in the gaming space see women in gaming positions in like companies and freak out. Like, they get like an inherent icky feeling. But yeah, it's great that she's been with the whole game from like the start.
ground between fair farm and profit. A company still needs to keep the lights on. If something doesn't knock it out of the park on the first try, you can safely bet on it changing if enough people are loud enough. The recent addition of Foley's Hunt being a prime example of what the hell being changed to, well, tolerable. I won't say it's good, it's tolerable. Meanwhile, if I have to farm for crafting materials to mold my demon wedges into a golden demon wedge to slot into my already equipped demon wedges, I'm going to blow my shit smooth off.
Demon wedge farming was so ass. Holy shit. Bro, I would literally rather do anything else. I don't mind a grind. I actually don't mind a grind for some things, but the grind on DNA for wedge farming just felt really bad. It just felt not fun. It really did, and that was the problem. Like, if that's going to be your core gameplay, the grind, because the game's all about the grind, if your inherent core gameplay isn't just fun to do, you kind of cooked.
Don't get me started on swords. Do not get me started on swords. I would rather sound myself with a cactus before doing another 20 void walks. I've mentioned these in quite a few of my talking points in my previous video discussing Rebecca and her leadership. A year later, and it's still true. Oh my god, it's been a year. Being within the good graces of the community is half the battle. Digital Extremes is by no means a perfect company. Even with the old guard moving on to their sister title, Soulframe, controversy will still always be at an arm's length. But learning from those fuck-ups, assuring that they don't happen again, and going above and beyond—
Is Soulframe looking to be good? I've heard, like, mixed things about it. I'm curious. When's that even coming out?
all while refining a product that, at the end of the day, is free, is how Warframe is still here a decade later.
And now for something completely different.
I started Warframe back in 2014. It was around the time of a failed suicide. I was at the
Oh god. Oh god. Well, I'm glad you're still here. Jeez.
lowest point in my life. I felt like no space allowed me to be me, that I didn't belong. I gave Warframe a shot and fell in love with it. Its world, its community, its developers. I've had a rocky history with the game, from being critical to being a casual player to it being part of my job. And almost 10,000 hours later, I never stopped loving it, even through all of those bumps. May it be Vivergate, Void Glitch, AGGP, Railjack, through all of the shit comments, smear campaigns, attempted doxing, I never stopped loving it. What I do, who I make videos for, and who I'm supporting. So whatever Digital Extremes is doing, they're doing a hell of a good job.
A Warframe shill. Warframe shill. You know what? I do have a lot of respect for the community. I do. I have a lot of respect for it. Even though it's a game that I've never really played, I don't really have much of an intent to play. It just kind of shine a light on why they do kind of succeed while others do kind of can't replicate. They can't seem to catch the lightning in the bottle that Warframe once did. And I'm going to be honest as well. I kind of want to add to this conversation a bit. I do think there is something to say about the current state of gaming and what people are looking forward for. I think a game that's been around for a long time that has a very active community has a lot going for it, obviously. But I think these days people are a lot more impatient when it comes to new titles. I feel like if a game releases and it's not perfect, people would rather hate and jump away from it rather than see if the devs are going to improve a game over time. I feel like people are less intolerant for wanting games to improve like they kind of used to be. We've seen that it can happen. Obviously, look at Warframe. Another great example is like No Man's Sky, a game that went from being ridiculed to thriving. But I do think we're now in a position, look at Highguard, where like it wasn't a great game, but like people would rather shit on it and jump off it rather than ever give games a chance to like fix their mistakes. You get one shot, one opportunity, you know? And it's kind of, I do think that is kind of sad. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it's definitely a factor. Because if Warframe came out today in its launch state that it did initially, it wouldn't survive. I don't think it would survive. It would not in the current climate of people being very tribalistic when it comes to gaming, unfortunately. So that's my take on everything. I appreciate y'all. I'm live every single day on Twitch, Kick, wherever you like to watch streams. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stay silly. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.